Hey everybody, this is one sub-editor from the Fish Project Cichlids, and today I'm going to tell you about a special breeding that I did here on my fish farm here in Baltimore, Maryland. So a couple of years back, I bought some fish from a guy named Jared Crawford in the DC area. I bought some fish of a bloodline he called the Sid Viscious bloodline. For those that don't know, the Sid Viscious bloodline consists of 25% Dovii, 25% Managuense, and 50% Hartwegi hybrid. So what it was is that he bred a male Dovii Managuense hybrid to a female Hartwegi. And so I was able to buy some of those fish on him a couple of years ago, and I've been little by little growing them out. I've had them, and I've been able to breed them, but I just haven't. I've kind of had them just kind of in the cut, growing and maturing, and I just had them there for when I had something right that I wanted to breed to them. And so today I was able to breed one of the females to a Cuban Cichlid. And so I got some eggs right over here I'd like to show y'all. So once I tell y'all a little bit about them and the other breeding, I'm going to go ahead and show you those guys right there. So I bred to Cuban Cichlid. So if the eggs are fertile, I have 50% Cubans, 25% Hartwegi, 12.5% Dovii, and 12.5% Managuense hybrids. And that would actually be like a quad breed. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4 different species in one fish. And so I'm really excited about this breeding. And so here you go, the fish right here. Check them out. Here they go right here. Now, the female is really aggressive, so she's not really letting that male Cuban anywhere close to the eggs, because she's got Hartwegi and Dovii in her blood, so she's not scared. And then she got the boldness of the Managuenses too, so and the boldness of the Hartwegi Managuenses, she's not letting them have any of it. But yeah, here go the eggs right here. Now of course I am not gonna let her stay in there with the eggs, so once I get this video, shut this video down, I'm gonna go ahead and cut them, take those eggs out, because I'm not going to risk losing such an amazing breeding. But yeah, that's them right there. This is a 50% Hartwegi, 25% Dovii, 25% Managuense female hybrid. They don't really look like too much. The males I have, they do look pretty good. They look actually very, very good compared to all the other males I've seen around. The ones I have are very much more better looking. And not because they're mine, but just because of the process that I used to be able to grow them out. So yeah, so I also wanted to show you another breeding that I did, and I have some offspring actually growing off of them, and it's actually to this female right here's sister. So stay tuned, I'm going to tell you a little bit about them. So one of the things that's really important in the hobby is to have friends in the hobby. It's good to have friends that are into the fish that you're into, because what happens is sometimes they'll get rid of fish and then you can acquire those fish, or if they trust you or if they appreciate you, then they'll give you some fish. And that's exactly what happened with me. And I was blessed from my friend Jason Humphrey, Otis Humphrey, and their cousin David Jefferson, who I call the Jefferson and Humphrey brothers. They have exclusive fish, and they're not so much like the way a lot of us are. They show their fish online. They got a lot of amazing stuff that they just kind of keep for themselves. It's really like private collection, and they don't really show off to the world. But I've been able to acquire some amazing fish from these guys. Matter of fact, they're the ones that got me into the hobby over 27 years ago, and it's really be a blessing to be their friend. So anyhow, not to say any more about them, they gave me a fish, a Hartwegi. It's a not just a Hartwegi, a Gus's red spot, a Gulatis Hartwegi cross. I don't know what exactly that Gus red spot cross is, but I think that's what it is. From Akari farms in Thailand, that's where they bought it from, and they gave it to me. They were able to breed it. They bred it to a red base, a golden base female, whatever you call it, flower horn. And they were able to breed it to another fish, I don't remember, but they had offers off of them, and I don't really know what happens. Well, I think they They don't have them anymore, but they bred those fish. And the thing about this male is that he is a murderer, and so he murdered one of the fish they had. Now, one of the things that I was able to do with this male is breed him to. I was able to breed this Akari Farms male. Now, Gus Red Spot. I haven't really given him a name yet. This guy is, just somebody I really just kind of don't really have a name for him. I'm thinking like Starman, from pro wrestling, back in the day, pro wrestling. And I'm thinking about naming him Starman because he's got some of that pinkish, what do you call that? Pinkish violet coloration to him that the Gus Red Spot fish have. So I'm thinking about naming him Starman. I don't know if I really like the name all the way, but it's up in the air. I might breed him. That might be his name. So, but for this conversation, we're going to call him Starman. So I was able to breed T.F.P Starman to Gus's Red Spot to this female, a Sid Viscious female sister that I had. And I got some offspring right now for them growing. It's only about 6 offspring. I had like 50 of them, but I just so packed with space. I mean, like, I don't have any space. This isn't all my tanks. I got more, but I'm pretty much maxed out. And so I wasn't able to, well, I'm not maxed out. Let me put it this way. I'm still building my fish room. And so I need to set up more tanks in order to be able to house those fish. So with that out of the way, I was able to breed them. I have 6 offspring. But the amazing thing is that I bred Starman to, guess who? Nekos Brown's The Man. Nekos Brown The Man, who later on became Frank Bloom's The Man's. You know what I'm talking about? That Gus Red Spot, that amazing looking fish. Well, I was able to acquire a daughter off of them, off of an amazing breeding, which I'm not going to tell y'all the breeding. But Nekos, you know the breeding. We talked about it. It's amazing. And I was able to breed that Gus Red Spot to that man. And I have a bunch of offspring off of them growing. They are looking amazing. So I was able to breed Starman to a daughter off of The Man. But also, I was also able to breed Starman to one of these females, one of these Dovii Managuense Hartwegi females. And so I got offspring off of them also. And so I'm excited about that because my goal is to bring, to do something with this Sid Viscious line. Now, if these hatch out, I have Cuban Dovii Managuense Hartwegi hybrids. Then I have Gus Red Spot bred to her sister, which is a Dovii Managuense Hartwegi babies, right? And that's 2 separate lines. Then I have the Gus's Red Spot to The Man's daughter, right? I have a bunch of those offspring, and so I get to experiment with these 3 different but very similar bloodlines, bring them together, interweave them, and create something really great. So I'm really excited about that, and so just stay tuned for that. But here goes a video of Starman and the female that I have with his this female sister. So here goes Starman right here. Now he acts kind of scared. Look at that guy. Look at him backing off. I don't know why they act like that. Always so scared, but he's got some color there. He don't have the best color for a red spot, in my opinion. But he comes from Akari Farms, and I know they're reputable breeders of red spots. And now this female right here, this is Sid Viscious female. Let's see if I can get a clear shot. I got all this algae in the way, which I will not apologize about, because I'm a breeder and that's what I do. This is the female that I showed you up there. This is her sister, and this is a 25% Managuense, 25% Dovii, 25% Hartwegi hybrid. And I got some babies off of them, so they're still small. I'll show y'all another day. I haven't named any of them yet, so they're gonna get names, but names are very I take names very seriously, and I gotta get the right name for the fish in order to do that. So even down the line, because these females are Dovii, Managuenses, Hartwegi, I'm gonna go ahead and breed them also. Both the sisters, I'm gonna work on breeding them to T.F.P's iguana. So just to bring in the Managuenses, Modaguenses, and Dovii blood into that. So we're just doing hybrids in here at T.F.P Cichlids, and that's what it's all about. So I just like to thank you for checking out my video. Haven't come out with videos in a long time here on this YouTube channel. So just make sure that you like the comment. Like this video. Also comment on it, and also let me know if there's anything that you want me to talk about. Maybe but please friend me on Facebook. Friend me on Facebook, because I don't really go through the comments here on YouTube that often, and I'm gonna miss your comments. So if you friend me on Facebook, you can just immediately contact me. I check that every now and then, and then you can ask me questions, and then maybe you can give me a video ideas to post. I might take them and just make some videos. So thank you for watching my videos. I'm back on YouTube. I've been back on Facebook for the past year, but now it's time to give YouTube the fair attention that it deserves, and for the audience that I have built in the past with my channel. So thank you, and I'll talk to y'all later. See you on Facebook, and thank you for checking me out on YouTube. Peace.